So we're going to be doing the checking for understanding for topic 8.3. There are 700 people in line for a popular amusement park ride when the ride begins operation in the morning. Once it begins operation, the ride accepts passengers until the park closes 8 hours later. While there is a line, people move onto the ride at a rate of 800 people per hour. The graph shows the rate RFT at which people arrive at the rate throughout the day. Time is measured in hours from the time the ride begins operations. Okay, so this is a graph of RFT, which is the rate of people showing up to get on this ride. Okay, so how many people arrive at the ride between 0 and 3? Show people your work. So between 0 and 3 of R of TDT. So 3 is right here. I'm just looking for the area under that curve. So I'm going to do 2 trapezoids. That seems like the easiest choice. Trapezoid, trapezoid. This will be 1/2. This one's 2 wide times height of 1,000 plus height of 1,200 plus 1/2. This one's going to be 1 wide of 1,200 plus 800, which is equal to 22. So this is 3,200 people. So, because this is just 2,200, this is half of that. That's 2,000. So 1,000 plus 2,000. I mean 3,200. 22. All right. The number of people waiting to get on the ride is the number increasing or decreasing between 2 and 3. So 2 and 3, is it increasing or decreasing the number waiting to get on? So okay, the rate, here's the part that I didn't see. While there is a line, okay, 700 people, begins operation in the morning. Once it begins operation, accepts rides to the park, closes 8 hours later. While there's a line, people move at a rate of 800 people per hour onto the line. Okay, so I didn't see that. Is the number of people waiting increasing and or decreasing? So there's a line, 800 people. Okay, so between 2 and 3, they're arriving at a rate that is greater than 100. Between 2 and 3, the rate at which they arrive is greater than 800. See these numbers? Because it changes right there. But for the rest of it is greater than 800. So it's increasing. More people are showing up than are getting on. Therefore, the number of people waiting is increasing. When is the ride time the longest? So we're looking for a max. Number of people in line is the max when the rate of change of people in line of the line changes from positive to negative. Or in this case, R of t minus 800 needs to equal 0. So R of t equals 800, which happens when t equals 3. Okay. We know that R of t is greater than 800 when between 0 and 3, right? Greater than 800 between 0 and 3. And we know that the rate is less than 800 from 3 to the end of the day. I'll just say greater than 3. Less than. I think that looks like a parenthesis. Not a parenthesis. Okay, so that's the first part. When is it longest? How many people are in line at that time? And justify your answer. So let's do this part. And we'll do it over here. So time 3 is when it switches. So at time 3, how many people are in line? So there are 700 people in the line in the morning, plus the integral from 0 to 3 of R of t dt, which we found in part A. Okay, minus 800 times the 3 hours people have been getting online in the line. So we've got, this becomes 700 plus 3,200 minus 2,400, which is equal to, I don't want to, my brain doesn't want to. 1,500. Okay. Write but do not solve. Yay, my favorite. An equation involving an interval expression of R whose solutions give the earliest time at which there's no longer a line for the ride. Okay, so 700 is the number of people in line, plus the interval from 0 to some time t of R of x dx, because that's how many people are arriving to be in that line. And when there's no longer a ride, that means the number of people who've gotten on has to be equal over the time that has passed. So there's my expression. All right, an equation. I'm done. That's it. Okay. And that's it for our check your understandings. Some of the ones that aren't calculator are actually fairly intense, even though they're easier in a lot of ways. Certainly the numbers are easier and the math is easier, but then you really have to know those ideas. So just kind of keep that in mind. We want this to be calculator active, but sometimes it isn't. All right, let's talk to you guys soon.